Welcome!
Edit it out. We said welcome like 30 times. Yeah, we're doing Rise of the Runelords, and I'm hosting it. Sup? We begin our tale with Sika and Thermish approaching the town of Sandpoint. I can go this nice little map. As you arrive, it's about midday.
That's nice too.
And then we need the music going. Okay. As you arrive at Sandpoint, you arrive from Tanner's Bridge over this way. And approaching this way, you see a sign.
What's the sign say?
Welcome to Sandpoint! Please just stop to see yourself as we see you.
Yeah, there's a little mirror.
I mean, why not? Stick my face in it.
You take a look. You see yourself.
Whoa. I didn't realize it was that ugly.
After he's done, I'll poke my head and kind of see myself.
Yeah, you see yourself. You're looking a little rugged from the big walks you've been doing.
Ugh, that beard needs a trim.
Oh no, I've kind of grown to like it.
I give him a smile and pat his shoulder. Keep walking.
Back your head.
One
God,
of the two of us has to have hair.
I just shake my head.
Ooh!
Damn.
Oh wait, you guys didn't describe yourselves.
You're both
Oh, yeah.
thinking, God, is he ugly?
Sika, you look in the mirror first, you go first.
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah,
totally
it's-
should have
it's
done
perfect!
Oh, ruined.
Okay, hold on. Edit this back. As Sika looks in the mirror, he sees.
that. What do I look like?
Ugly.
I don't know, Caleb.
He's a-
You tell us.
Very rugged, angular face. His eyes burn with a glowing kind of goldish orange. His entire scalp is burned from a injury when he was very, very, very young. He's very muscular, doesn't wear much clothing, just enough to kind of be modest. And that is Sika.
Alright, what does Thermish see?
Thermish is dressed quite a bit more conservatively, wearing surprisingly long sleeves and decorated in ornate colors, feathers included. He has long braided hair, as well as starting to sport, that beard and goatee. And on his face, there is a tattoo of a phoenix, where the tail goes down his nose and the wings go across his forehead.
Very nice. I actually just realized that you guys should technically be on the Sandpoint Bridge. You guys are actually down here.
Oh, okay.
That road doesn't really connect any big road. But yeah, look inside the side. You see a bustling city. It seems like people are getting ready for this festival you've heard about, the Swallowtail Festival.
First thing I think we should do is maybe get an in.
I thought about catching a butterfly. One of the events is releasing them, right?
Maybe. I didn't pay too much attention. Yeah, if you want to go work on catching the butterfly, I'll go get us an in.
Or I'll meet you inside.
Okay. I only got 2 silvers, so.
I have no cage or anything. I'm just gonna go out and see if I can hold a butterfly in my hands.
Give it
Alright,
some sweet
I guess a
DLC.
survival check. You end up scaring them all away, but you do see a few.
All right, well,
Um,
spend at
One
least
second,
an
guys, I'll be
hour
back.
outside of the town trying to catch a butterfly.
just outside of Sandpoint Bridge.
Yeah,
Every once in a while, how long do you spend doing this?
it's just an hour.
Okay,
Once
throughout the
I-
hour,
Once I realize it's futile.
yeah. Throughout the hour, you see the occasional barge floating some logs come by under the bridge. A few people kind of look at you and give you some weird looks as they see an odd Shawanti trying to catch butterflies. Meanwhile, Thermos, you go in to start finding an inn.
Yep.
Quite quickly as you go down this bridge, and you can move yourself around on the map to represent where you're going. You see a sign over here that says the Rusty Dragon Inn.
I will go into it.
All right. And I can.
I like the first thing we did was split the party. That was our first action.
I assume this is pretty much what you and me do. Is
Yeah.
I go make sure we have a place to sleep, and you go off and have fun.
Split the
Meanwhile,
party.
Sika, you see a troll. Just kidding. Yeah, you head inside. I actually have a map for this place.
Woo!
I guess I should ask, what is Ven doing in early mornings like this, or afternoons?
Make as much money as he can.
All right, cool. So
Hustle.
you arrive in the Rusty Dragon. I can just-
That's a nice blank screen right there.
Yeah, sorry, only Thermish is here.
I know.
But looking across the way behind the counter, you see a very foreign-looking lady give you a smile and a wave as you come in. His little Sika cam. And they wave and say, how can I help you?
Yes, I need to get a room for tonight with 2 beds.
Sure thing. We got one of those available. She leans into this door and mentions something and then steps back out. That will be... that'll be 5 silver for a room for 1 night.
Any cheaper to have 1 room with 1 bed?
I don't have any single bed rooms.
I have 4 silver. I don't have a 5th.
Okay.
Is there a silver tray?
Well, I do have a special discount. If you can tell me a fantastic story, you seem like you get around. You look Shawanti, if you don't mind my observation.
We
It
can
seems
pay.
like you probably have some interesting stories to share.
Okay. Well, there is a story of a young Shawanti boy who runs out into the plains at night, away from his mother. He goes out in search for glory and greatness, not knowing where to find it, but decides he's going to do it on his own. Well, like young boys do, they get lost, they get sad. After about 2 days, he's crying, wants his mother back. And at that time, a phoenix presents itself to them. As the phoenix presents itself, he cowers in fear, as one does from such a glorious spectacle. But the phoenix speaks to him. Says, "Glory cannot be found when one hunts alone." And the boy, not fully understanding, asks what the bird means. Says, "Even us mighty birds have flocks. Even those of the ground have their own herds. Glory is not found by one and one alone. Glory is founded by those who have family." And then shows the boy home, where he finds his mom, and they have a nice little reunion.
She seems to get a little... See, the story seems to pang her heart a little in a certain way, but it's difficult to read. Alright, I like that. Yeah, the room's yours for the night. And
Thank you.
I'm guessing a friend, you got 2 beds?
Yes.
Alright, yeah. I'll get Bethana to show you the room 1 second. And she steps back and a elderly little halfling lady comes out and with a key. I'll show you to the room right this way.
I follow.
She hands you the key and gestures to this door. If you need anything late at night, my room is just right here.
Thank you, and I'll let you know.
She does a brief curtsy and squeezes past you. You see
Come
a
in.
quaint little room.
Okay. Drop off my backpack with some of my stuff. And head back out to go find Sika.
Yeah, going around, you do get a lot of looks. Not really like harsh looks, but a lot of curious looks.
And I make sure to lock the door on my way out.
Of course. And you go out to find Sika again.
I'm naive. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, fair. And you do find Sika. Probably he's out there for like an hour, so you probably find him still out there.
I just watch. Sit up probably on the bank of the river, like soaking my feet, but keeping him in sight.
It's a very nice time. I guess meanwhile, since Ven, technically you are doing shenanigans, I'll let you do a perform check. I'll see how much money you make.
Oh, jeez, man.
Not bad. So that's an 18. You
This is
make...
what I made my character. Let me have.
Oh, nice. You make 9 silver.
Nice.
As you're doing your act. I'm guessing you're doing it in a fairly populated area.
Yep.
Sweet. So you spend your hour trying to catch butterflies, turn back, and you see Thermish is back already, Sika.
They're a little harder to catch than I thought.
They are quite small. I got us a room. We're out of money, but I got us a room.
Oh, I've got a little bit left.
Okay.
They did. The innkeeper didn't take your money. They accepted the story.
Ah, okay. Never mind, we're not out of money. I paid with a story, and apparently it worked.
That is so special.
You paid with a story.
Yeah, it was 5 silver to rent the room, and I didn't have it, so she said I could get a special discount by telling her a story.
Huh. You'll have to let me know it was so good that she let you pay with that.
I don't know. I'd tell him the story.
Nah, I've heard better. And then I chuckle and give him a light punch to his shoulder.
You're welcome to join me. The water feels quite nice.
Yeah, he'll take off his boots and do the same.
All right. Do you guys have any other big plans for the rest of the day, or do you intend to just wait?
I think we're just lollygagging for the day.
All right.
Yeah, we've been traveling for a while. It's one of those days where it's like, just got into town, we've been traveling for a whole day or more. Let's relax a bit.
Fair enough. You probably already ate breakfast, but eventually you do get hungry. Do you eat your own rations, or do you seek food elsewhere?
Let's go find us some lunch, save the rations for the road. I'm a little tired of tech.
Of course. Let's find a meal.
All right. Based on what you saw, Thermos, you do know that the Rusty Dragon does serve food. However, you also can guess that other places do as well. How do you go
There
about
is a
finding food?
festival going on.
Hmm.
Well, that's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is the festival.
Do you want to eat at the inn, or do you want to... Let's go see if there's any food stalls out, Ellie.
I think something fancy would be nice. See if a food stall has anything cool.
Let me go look for a food stall.
All right. You find your way over to this area, a nice little market. There's even a juggler there. How interesting. And there's the market isn't particularly bustly. However, it does seem to be the most bustling place in town. This place, or Sandpoint, does seem like a rather slow town.
You see that guy? What's he doing with his swords?
I don't know, but it's not very effective for fighting.
I'd say.
I don't know, it's kind of hypnotic. Maybe it is.
I sit there and stare at him.
Then you see a pair of Shawanti men looking at you.
Are there other people around staring at me too?
Yeah, there's a good at least like 5 people. 3 of them probably being younger kids.
So Ven is a human. He's about 5'9". He's got dark hair slicked back, no beard like my token, and a big coat that's rolled up so he can juggle better. You would also notice interesting knife on the side of his belt, and that's about it. Doesn't stand out in a crowd,
You
Other
think
than
the
the
coat
juggling.
would get in...
except for the juggling.
You think the coat would get in the way?
Does he have like a coin hat or coin jar
There's a bag.
just at your feet?
Yep.
Do I see there are coins in it?
Yes, you do.
About 9 of them, in fact.
Oh, there was 9? Oh, I put it down wrong.
I'll flick a copper in there and then walk towards the food stand.
Yeah, there's a few food stands. Most of it seems to be not cooked just yet. In fact, not really any of it is cooked just yet.
What's the gold to silver?
10, 10, 10. So yeah, same thing. So 10 coppers, 1 silver, 10 silvers, 1 gold.
Okay, I just changed some stuff. Same amount of money.
Looking around, you see there's a fish stall. There's some various small time goods. Like there's some people selling milk and meats and stuff like that.
No, we don't really have a kitchen to cook anything in.
Does the fish stall have a heating source of some sort?
No.
They're just a fish. Okay.
They're just selling fish.
I think there's a
fisherman
beach further down that way if we want to get some fish, and we can go fish and maybe some cheese. We can go have some fish and cheese down by the bay.
You think they allow fishing in the city? I know there's a city that did not like that.
I mean, if they're selling fish, we can also just buy a fish.
Mm.
But we could ask. I mean, I don't know why they'd restrict the trade like that.
Well, it's usually like, I don't know. Yeah, let's get some fish. Cheese, you
Go up
said?
to the-
What?
To the stall.
No, I actually ask a random adults walking by. Just kind of stop them.
Uh-huh.
Are you allowed to fish off the beach here?
Huh. I've never tried it. I mean, I'm
Doesn't
sure
mean a no.
the beach is probably fine. I'm not sure how much bite you'd get though with the waves and stuff. Kind of scares off most of the fish. You could probably find some clams or something out there though. You could always go to old Turt Sturglis's fish stall over there. He gestures over to a stall where there's this fisherman, a very old fisherman with a lazy eye and a white beard.
What was the name that he gave?
Turt Sturglis. There you go.
I kind of relay our options to Sika.
Yeah, why don't we buy a couple fish? Maybe we can go build a fire somewhere and cook them up.
Okay. We'll go look to how much the fish are.
Oh, yeah, you head over. The Turt Sturglis, this old man, welcomes you over. Ah, you fellas seem fairly new around here.
Yes, afternoon.
Good afternoon. I don't suppose you're used to seafood if you're not from here.
Been into a couple towns with some big river fish.
Ah, but have you ever tried a squid?
A what?
He holds up a squid.
I look at the Rimish. I kind of worriedly.
I think we're fine.
All right. I'll treat you with something a bit more familiar. Let's see. He gestures to an area. You see a variety of stuff from cod, salmon, tuna, shellfish, and even the occasional octopus and starfish is set out there.
Anything look good to you?
Oh, this big one here, the tuna, you say?
Oh yeah, that stuff is real good.
How much?
Let's see. For this one, he holds up a sizable one that would easily function as a lunch and slash brunch for both of you two. This one I'll give you for 3 silver pieces.
How do they cook over a fire?
Pretty nicely.
Hmm.
Just got to make sure you get the scales black, and then you can shear them right off, and it's nice golden brown underneath.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. I'll start counting out 30 copper since I only have copper on me.
Yeah, as you're counting out, he wraps it up in some thin paper and hands it over, and gives you a smile and a wink.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You too.
I think we can go for the rest. This is quite a big fish. Let's go eat fish.
You guys have a lovely fish dinner.
And just to save us time, I would go through and use... I have a spell for this. Probably Ray of Flame just to ignite the fire nearby.
Yeah, that's easy enough. You gather up some driftwood. There's quite a bit of it, thankfully, since this is a technically a bay out here. It's a very big bay. It is a bay, so there's lots of driftwood around.
Just gather some dry driftwood. We keep the rest next to it to kind of help keep dry it up. But yeah.
All right, I'll let you do a survival or a craft check to see how well you cook this fish. It's not going to kill you, but we're just going to see how tasty it is.
I have +7. What do you got?
I have +2, but I am trained, so can I aid?
Oh, yeah, that works.
Okay, so just like standard gives me advantage, or just a bonus?
He rolls, if he beats a 10, then you get a +2 to yours. Oh, he did it, so you
10.
get a +2 to yours.
26.
Nice! Yeah, normally with a survival check, the quality of the food isn't necessarily the highest, however, it's the nutrition you're after. However, with a 26, you are able to have this be a very nutritious fish and a very delicious fish.
Kind of high-five him as we're munching down on some fish.
Might be the best fish you've ever had, in fact.
Turch was not lying. This is amazing.
No, he was not. Oh, watch out for the bones.
Oh, God, oh, right in the gum.
Sorry, a little too late on that.
You guys have a wonderful lunch. And I'm assuming you muck about until evening and eventually night.
Yeah. Unless Caleb has anything else he wants to do.
No. Sika, after lunch, will just start drawing pictures in the sand. Like
It is
large
a very,
pictures.
A very nice beach.
I just watched the ocean.
Looking out this way, you can even see the distant city of Magnamar. Pretty distant, but you can see some of the big bridge that it's built on. And eventually, you guys find your way back to the Rusty Dragon, where Ven might also be.
I would.
As I'm assuming you get your food there.
Yep. How much is it?
3 silver pieces for a whole meal.
Is there a cheaper meal?
Let me double check.
You said a whole meal. How about a half meal?
One thing you know, Ven, and the others you may find out, is you are hungry enough that you could eat, but also not necessarily enough where you have to. The food you smell when you come in to the Rusty Dragon, now that it's dinner time, is something unique. You've never smelled food like this before. And Ven, you know that this that Ameiko is from a distant land and uses very unique spices in her food.
Oh. What's the cheapest myth?
Yeah, hold on. Let me let's see. Let's see. How long have you been coming here?
I'm guessing I got here 3 to 4 days.
But you also kind of like visit Sandpoint, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So if you are a regular, she might have a your pretty cool discount for 2 silver pieces.
Okay, I will take that.
All right.
Then looks up and sees 2 of the people that gave him a copper.
Yeah.
And the same ones who were staring at him.
Yep. Oh, you do notice he's wearing a very, very like the color I'm using, purple scarf.
I'd first take Sika to the
It
room
honestly
off his
does
chair.
not match the rest of his outfit.
Hey, did she give you a second key?
I think no, she just gave me the one.
Ah.
Well, you can
Hey
hold
there.
on to it if you'd like. I mean, you.
Sika
Welcome back.
raised his hand.
She looks at you.
In like a wave. Because she
Oh,
said
like
hi.
a wave. Oh, okay. I thought you said like as in like that you had a question.
Teacher!
Excuse me, innkeeper.
Now, nod and wave as well.
Yeah, she nods and goes back to preparing some trays.
Can I roll to see if I can get money out of these 2?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you
Do,
gotta start role playing first. Unless you're trying to pickpocket.
No, I'm
thinking
just looking at.
I think he's
I was seeing if you guys have money to
Hmm.
spare.
yeah, he's casing the mark, as they say. You could do an appraise check or a perception. Oh, nice. Looking them up and down, you get the feeling that they are not rich. They are probably quite poor.
They're not rich.
You can easily tell that they're show on tea and that they are likely, well, being show on tea from a tribe that does not use currency.
Okay. What am I eating, by the way?
You would be eating a delicious salmon fillet
Ooh.
that is very interestingly spiced. In fact, it's actually spicy. Something that isn't very common.
Ooh.
While he's
Wow.
eating his food.
I'd take Sika to our room to just have him drop off his stuff, and then. What do you want us to do? Sit out here or sit in the room?
So when Sika goes to the room, he basically attaches the bear traps that are on his side. Other than that, he doesn't have anything else to put down. Oh, a blanket. He puts down his blanket as well.
Yeah, the heavy stuff.
All right.
Everything else he just keeps on him.
Does that include a weapon? I forget what you have.
He has a bone scythe and an earthbreaker.
Mm.
The earthbreaker is little more than just like a large glob of metal on a long stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get a few looks as you're walking around with your weapons.
Maybe I should have one less.
Yeah, leave the Earthbreaker.
You think the bone scythe is more inviting?
Remind me what the bone scythe looks like?
It's a scythe made of bone.
Think of that.
Is there a skull on it?
Neither of them are really good for social interaction.
So you should.
It's a unique weapon to my tribe. It's been around for ages. It's my father's father's father's. It's a great piece, really.
It's a conversation starter. Not good to actually have the conversation with, though it will approach you.
The hammer I could probably pass off as, something trade worthy. The bone scythe I should probably put away.
Conversation
Yeah, I think you're
starter.
right.
It's a conversation ender.
Yeah, because I'm gonna
So-
end you in the street.
I'll put the bone scythe away, but I'll keep the earthbreaker strapped to my back.
All right.
I left my spears in the room, so.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't need them. I have them, don't need them.
You think we don't need him?
You've always got my magic.
He unstraps the Earthbreaker. I feel so naked.
You can
I think I should at least bring the bear traps.
Slaps him on the table.
Yeah, he'll put away his bone scythe, Earthbreaker, and bear traps.
All right. Weaponless.
I mean, you're a pretty formidable force with or without your weapons.
He will begin to like flex, mostly to himself. All right. Shall we? I don't know. What do you want to do?
We can go mingle, or we can stay cooped up.
It is rather late. Not a bad time to sleep.
Saw that dude with the little swords he was throwing around. Those big knives.
They're about
Probably
scimitar
big
size.
knives.
They'd be about scimitar size. So, about a short sword.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
about short sword.
You think he's worth bothering?
I mean, if you want to know how he does it, we can always go talk to him.
Yeah. More of a curiosity. I don't know if it's would be worth much.
I leave the decision to you. You were the one. It was a very interesting show, but
I might walk about the town, but go to bed pretty soon. See what
Okay,
other sights
well.
they have.
mind if I accompany you?
Of course. I would not. But there you
But to
trick
say,
me.
of course you do mind, or
Don't,
do you
don't
not
trick
mind?
me with your words. Come on.
Come on, it's about the only thing I can beat you at.
All right. You guys go out on a walk on the town.
Yeah, we just start walking around.
All right. Going around, you see. Let's see. I'll go to the map, and I should actually have you here so you can see what you see. Walking around, you see a few interesting sights. You see this very big manor in the center of town. It might be the biggest building, and it seems almost abandoned. It doesn't seem very active. Going down, you see this big, beautiful theater, a very large building. Let's see.
Why do they build something so big not to use it?
I don't know, it seems like a waste of space to me.
Could easily fit a training ground there.
Moving on, as you go, you pass by a few different businesses, a few buildings. I guess you eventually head this way. You see another big building. Seems a bit better used. Seems like a town hall of sorts. And then from here, you actually catch a glimpse of a very beautiful big cathedral this way. Which I guess you can make a knowledge local check about. Because it's actually something you may have heard of.
I'm not skilled in it, so I doubt Flemish would.
I'm not skilled in it either.
I mean, you don't have to be. I don't worry about the trained in rule.
Flemish was more raised with his internal tribe more than the outside world, so I'm not going to worry about it.
Fair enough. It's mostly that as you have heard of the Swallowtail festival, you have heard specifically, Sika, that this is a very special Swallowtail festival, as they're also going to be what do you call that? Enacting a brand new chapel. This chapel is very much brand new. And a lot
What
of
god
people are
was
very
it?
excited about it.
They're
It is dedicated to most gods, or not most, 8 specific separate gods, the most commonly worshipped in the area, including Desna, believe it or not.
Sika will bow his head as they get close, but won't do anything else.
Looks at Sika, kind of like, what's he? Okay, does the same.
And then I suppose you continue on your tour around. You see what appears to be a garrison, a miniature castle of sorts with a few guards in front of it. Continuing along, you see some small. There's like a general store here. There's a bakery there. Coming down, you see another place you did walk by earlier, but I forgot to point out. Seems to be there is a tavern over here, suspended above the water on these on this dock, titled the Hagfish.
Ooh.
And you end up coming by the to the market again, and it's probably about time to sleep now.
Okay.
And you guys end up getting a nice rest. In the morning, you are awoken. You are awoken by the sounds of people moving around on the floors above you, and people eating hurried breakfasts. As it is the morning of the festival.
Thremish, today's the day.
Okay, let's get up.
Come on, man. I'll run over and like shake him violently.
Okay, I'm up.
Don't make me get the horn again.
Oh, please, no, not the horn.
You have a horn on him?
That is openly displayed by my side, yeah. With just a leather strap around my waist with a horn.
Nice.
Then I'm guessing that you're among those getting breakfast and leaving.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually taking my time.
Hmm.
For the greatest performer comes last.
Ah. Fair enough.
Mwah.
I'm assuming Sika is like the kid on Christmas Day, whereas Thremish is the dad at midnight.
Yeah.
Stayed up late to drop off the presents.
Sounds right.
As you guys hurry out and kind of follow the crowds of people making their way up, you eventually follow them.
I'm gonna
All the
follow
way.
right behind them.
All right.
Just walking with the crowd.
You eventually make your way up here, where you now see a bunch of stalls and games. So, however, no one's playing just yet. It seems like people are sort of escorting each other up to where there is a podium and or a big stage set up, and some people who look like they're getting ready to say some words. And I guess also you see a specific gnome there.
Gnome?
Oh, Brody's
Thatcher.
playing the mayor?
No,
Yes, look at me.
there's the mayor. No.
Kill him!
And there's a bunch of people gathered around excitedly waiting. I guess describe yourself, Mr. Smithers.
It's Smithers.
It's Smithers, I believe, actually.
It's Smothers.
Alright.
Oh, but you see a short man, nothing too special. A gnome with a medium-sized beard. It's almost ashen colored. Short hair. It's been slicked back and wearing leather armor. He's just standing, putting his weight against his little pony. That looks like a normal horse to him.
Can I insight him if he's able to be has money on him?
Perception or appraise.
Is Pony or far away?
I don't know, but you could say that for the person.
How rich is Smithers?
He's 4 silver rich.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty poor. Oh, he's got 2 gold.
Wait, you're right. I do have 2 gold.
2 whole gold. That's not a lot.
He's got a horse.
Yeah, he does have a pony.
How does your equipment look?
He might have enough food. He might have enough money to feed him and his horse. Let's say that.
How well does he take care of his equipment, I guess?
He doesn't look like he's roughed up a bit because everything looks like it could be new.
Does he look stupid?
With the sun in his face, he looks a little stupid.
Everyone looks stupid with the sun in their face.
So, very short person or far away, do you think?
You have good odds against him.
I got good odds against him.
As people approach him. Oh, definitely short.
Yeah, it's like
How
a little
does-
optical illusion.
How does one get that short?
Do you speak that aloud?
I think we're having like a
Actually,
whispered
ooh.
conversation.
You guys would have passed through the town of Whistledown on the way here. You realize, like, wait, were all those people also really small? You thought they were just really far away the whole time.
Can I hear them?
You were following close behind, so I'd say so.
Well, that's because he's a gnome, gentlemen. Have you guys not seen a gnome before?
Hey. Watch who you're talking to, man. Do you know this guy? This guy's the Messiah. I'm pointing at Thermish.
Looks at him.
Thermish is just like sitting there with a hand over his face.
Is it kind of obvious that he's lying?
I tap your chest. I'm kidding with you. Only partially though. Only partially though.
Well, if you were kidding with him, he's like, oh, you're some of those people.
Bunch of weirdies.
I was just about to say, I've seen the Messiah like 6 times today.
Yeah, but I bet you'd never seen an actual real deal. You know, if you tried harder.
Have I seen magical powers and whatnot?
Oh yeah, you see magical powers all over the place.
I highly doubt it.
You were
Everyone
juggling...
that has magic. Oh, go.
Oh, I saw you juggling those knives the other day.
My swords?
You
He
actually...
holds up his bag. You see 6 sticks sticking out of his bag. Well, 6 handles.
Oh, were they actually swords?
They were actual swords.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, you actually any good with any of them, or you just know how to twirl them?
I can hold my own.
Nice. We'll have to have
So
a
what
duel
brings
sometime.
you people down to these parts?
Sika gestures widely at the growing festival.
Oh, the festival.
I point to Sika.
Mm-hmm. You a fan of Desna?
If she makes me money.
Desna is often touted as a goddess of luck.
He's not very religious. He just says if it makes him money.
Well, obviously, Desna's often said to be the goddess of luck.
Once I see her, I might.
Yeah, you guys have a lovely conversation as someone takes to the stand.
Oh, he's about to go start talking.
Yes, you see 4 people get up onto the stand, looking like hold on, let me put it in the right order. Looking like these fellas. Oh shit, are their names revealed to you?
Their
Yes.
name's Jim. And
Damn
this
it.
one's Jim.
You're okay. I
And-
won't write him down.
And this one's Jim. And that one,
Hey, look, that one's James.
yep, you guessed it. Jim
Um,
James.
As this lady stands up and goes,
That's James.
"It's wonderful to see everyone gathering on this most special Swallowtail festival. It must be an important event considering even Lars Rovanki managed to tear himself away from the tannery to attend." You hear a good amount of the audience chuckle at that. You guys don't get it. Anyway, I pray you all enjoy the festivities. And she does a brief bow and then takes a step back. And then next, this guy steps up and says, "I'd like to offer a brief reminder to be safe around the bonfire this evening. And I'd also like to have a moment of silence to remember those who lost their lives in the Sandpoint Chapel fire 5 years ago. Thank you." And there is a bit of a morose feeling that kind of fills the crowd at the dour note.
That was a pretty burnout.
Yeah, it was a burnout.
You hear a pony.
No,
whinny.
he totally says that out loud.
Oh.
I look at him with like a hint of disgust.
And then a pony whinnies after that.
After a brief moment of silence, this guy steps up. Now, I think it's important to celebrate this truly momentous day. After years of gathering funding, securing donations, or even the most stickler of founding families, he kind of puts a hand over one side of his mouth and gestures to someone off the side of the stage who's giving him a pretty severe stink eye. And painstaking planning, Mayor Deverin has secured a cathedral worthy of Sandpoint. Let us celebrate a new dawn for this lovely town. In fact, the celebrations mustn't end today. Tomorrow evening at Sandpoint's own Sandpoint Theater, the famous Magnamarian diva Alashonda will be playing the lead role of the Harpy Queen in the upcoming play, The Harpy's Curse. Don't miss it! You hear a few cheers from the audience and some people, and he does a very deep bow. And then this guy steps up and says, "Well, there isn't much left to be said that hasn't already been said, so I will simply leave you all to enjoy the festivities. Thank you all for coming, and let the festival begin." And there's a brief cheer as people start milling about.
That went by extremely fast.
Most of
Just
these
the opening
things do.
speeches.
Most of these opening speeches do.
Immediately, people start bringing out some games, things like sack races, hide and seek, weightlifting challenges, balance beam contests, tugs of war, and the like.
Then takes out his swords. Watch and learn, fellas. Excuse me, audience. I shall now show you some true danger.
I'm guessing you put down a bag for donations also.
Yep.
All right, I'll give you a bonus to this, so that as you are capitalizing on a very good time to be doing a performance.
Yep.
So go and do a perform.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no!
Is there inspiration?
Reroll.
There is no inspiration, not here.
No hero points.
No hero points. Yeah, unfortunately, your nerves get the best of you as you
Dang it.
get ready to start juggling.
Do I just trip?
Yeah, you juggle them, and then you end up dropping one, and after dropping one, you kind of get knocked out of your loop and end up dropping the rest.
You just see him start swearing.
You could do a
outline
bluff
feature
check to
then.
try to pass it off as part of the performance.
For this next portion,
I'll do a bluff. Oh gosh, dang it.
No.
no, I was actually gonna say if it would be allowed.
Oh, that's 2 1s in a row. What the?
If while he's doing it, I want to use prestidigitation to kind of help color the on his next try of juggling. Because prestidigitation can go through and color for a round. I want to color the swords as they're flying through the air for him.
Technically, you can color them for 2 hours.
Technically,
Yeah.
but targeting different swords every time they're thrown, making them different colors.
All right. You do so. Then you are able to try again. However, you have lost most of the audience you had a second ago.
You just see him beating himself up. Do I get another perform?
Yeah, I'll let you do another one. But now you don't get the bonus for doing it in this place.
Hey, look, my coloring works.
Sure.
My coloring works.
Before that goes
Wow.
through, Sicko would definitely be like, I didn't learn anything, and then start walking away.
Wow. Yeah. Throughout. Let's see. Yeah, it is a natural 20. Huh?
Through the hate of his losing himself, he becomes better.
Yeah. After feeling a new fire of losing a bunch of audience, you start to over juggle, adding an extra sword than you normally would to just.
It would
add
have been a
bit
club
more.
because I only have 3 swords.
Yeah, you add a club, maybe even throw in your dagger as you start juggling more shit to get more attention, and it works. And throughout the this portion of the festival, you find that you have gained 12 gold.
Did he just catch that sword with his teeth?
I did.
Yeah, you do some fancy ass tricks with that.
I'd go
Looks
find
like-
Sika.
Looks like Ven's gonna be a very hit or miss character.
I definitely
Oh,
try to
God.
convince Sika to try out like the weightlifting and the tug
Oh.
of rope.
Immediately going for the strength-based contests.
Oh, absolutely. Among the strength-based ones, there's the tug of war, the weightlifting, and you do see specifically a log-throwing one, which is actually a thing you guys had done back in the tribes. It was like a common sport.
That's our first stop.
Yeah. Coming over, you see a pair of men. One is short and fat, a little dwarf-looking, but a little bit too tall for a dwarf. The other guy's a bit skinnier and tall, and he gives you a wave as you come over. Ah, you're here for the log throwing. Yeah, this log throwing contest is brought to you by the Scarnetti Mill itself. There you go. And they roll over a log to you.
All
I
right.
don't participate in this.
All right, so
Where's the line?
He gestures to a series of painted lines in the ground. You've seen people throw them further than the furthest line before, but whether or not you can is up for debate. So, I guess first we'll do a strength.
Is it still daytime?
It is morning, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So there's my strength. Oof.
Oof. You're out of practice unless you got any tricks.
All right, one more heft.
All right.
He will bend over again, and as he comes up, he will enter Blood Rage, but then drop it like
Ooh.
as quick as possible.
All right.
To avoid too much fire.
What is the visual effects of you?
His head
Entering
catches
his blood
his head
rage.
catches fire.
you see a few people nearby going, "Whoa, holy shit! Calm down, man."
He just starts yelling, and then
All right, and you give it a toss. Now let's do a ranged attack for how well your aim is. You are able to throw it.
okay. Would that just be a melee attack?
It would be
Or ranged?
Ranged, yeah.
Is it ranged with strength or just ranged with dex?
Ranged with dex because you need the dexterity to aim still.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad though. You're still able to throw it in the general direction of the lines, and it goes and goes. It doesn't go get too close to the furthest line, but it does get pretty far. And you get the guy kind of holds up his hand to his eyes to be able to look down with the sun, and yeah, you got it pretty far there. Good work. Maybe you could work at the mill, huh? He gives you a pat on the shoulder.
If I need some extra coin, I'd be happy to take you up on that.
We'll talk to Mr. Scarnetti and see if he's willing. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Unless you want to try again, of course. There's not really any prizes for these contests, but the bragging rights are amazing.
It was fun. Thank you very
Glad I
much.
didn't. I wasn't the only one that failed.
You didn't fail.
I didn't do well, but yeah, I had to try again.
Technically, you did better than average.
Was there any of these games that were actually have prizes of some sort?
No, it seems like it's just for fun.
Okay.
What is Smithers up to at this?
He's been going around to local vendors to see how business is in the city.
Yeah, there are a few local vendors that are more than willing to talk to you.
Yeah, the ones that are at least willing to talk to a gnome.
I mean, nobody here seems to be particularly racist.
Except for those two.
Who?
We were just making a dumb
Serious.
joke.
Oh, I see. I thought you were referring to the Scarnetti Mill boys. But yeah, you have some nice combos. Any other games you guys take up?
What all is there beyond the strength-based ones?
Yeah,
Or is there really
all
only
games
strength-based
are
ones?
there.
There's strength-based ones, but there's also like sack races, some unofficial games of hide and seek going on just throughout the area. There's also like balance beams, sack tosses.
I guess I'd try the sack race.
Ooh, Let's see. I guess that would be a acrobatics. Does that sound right?
Sure.
Yeah. You're jumping
Makes sense.
and trying not to trip. Do an acrobatic as you line up with a row of a bunch of other people. Many of them
Do a
older,
flip!
Do an acrobatic.
many
Do a
of them
barrel
older,
roll!
many of them younger.
Ooh.
All right, I will have you go in a game with. Okay, so those are all the other competitors you just went against. Oh wow, you also have the same bonus that I was giving all these imaginary people. One person does incredibly well, and another person also does very well. You end up coming in the middle as someone just blazes on ahead.
Those others would go and play sack toss.
All right, do a ranged attack. See how well you can toss some sacks as you toss them into these nice little wicker baskets that someone has made. Ooh, you get it in for each of them. Very nice. And the nice lady who you assume is the one who made these sacks and also the wicker baskets, because very good job.
Now you.
I try the balance beams next.
All right, that's also acrobatics for balancing. There's a big course of them set up in the area where it's just beam after beam, some of them going up to allow people to walk under them without clogging the road.
Dang it.
Ooh.
Not as good.
Yeah, you make it a little bit. You're not you don't fall over immediately, but you are able to get about a third of the way before losing your balance. All right, yeah, you guys have a good time.
Yeah.
After a bit, about noon arrives, and a big cart, a big wagon, a covered wagon, is pulled into the area, led by this guy and a bunch of other who appear to be priests. And he says, "It's time for the Swallowtail release." And he does do a brief story about a parable of Desna's first fall to the earth and how she was nursed back to health by a blind child whom she transformed into an immortal butterfly as a reward for her aid. And,
That seemed like a stupid reward.
You seem like a stupid reward. Anyway. And he reaches over and throws the cover off of the wagon, and thousands of butterflies fly out, filling the audience and flying throughout the air. You see kids chasing them and trying to catch them, and everyone else just kind of marveling at the beauty as there's thousands of colors in the sky.
How does Sicko react to all these butterflies now?
Oh, he's watching him. He's staring.
Okay. After your escapade yesterday, I was curious.
He's enjoying himself thoroughly.
You notice that as even as kids chase and chase to try to catch them, the butterflies always seem to be just quick enough to not be caught. And as you enjoy the sights, you hear the sounds of some small carts being moved as you see 3 separate carts being pulled, one of them by someone you recognize. You recognize the innkeeper, as they are pulling carts with food. And the priestly guy gets back on the stage and says, we will now be having the lunch tasting. It is provided by the 3 eateries of Sandpoint. There will be a contest, so be sure to vote for your favorite at this box. And he gestures at the box that he has. And they start setting up. You see one of the people setting up is a fellow Shawanti man. However, he does not seem to be from the same tribe as you.
When you guys keep saying you want tea, I think the yuan tea because with tombs.
A Yuan-Ti man, no.
I'm like, you guys aren't snake men. Wait.
And the other person is a looks a lot like he looks a lot like Turt Sturgis, with the wispy white hair, albeit a less lazy eye. Seems to be maybe just a bit younger than the guy, but equally rotund and has a peg leg. He seems to be
That's like
serving
lazy
some
eye.
delicious food. And yeah, what food you go for first? I guess you can see the food. You see that the innkeeper of the Rusty Dragon, where you're staying, is serving curry spiced salmon and early winter drop mead. And the other guy, who I guess they're also advertising what they're selling from. You know the fisherman guy representing the hagfish and is offering lobster chowder, and the Shawanti man is offering peppercorn venison.
Oh, chowder.
And
Go with the venison.
as you look at it, it is all of the food that they are offering is free.
Sika will go down the line, like the presented line.
All right, so I think first is the Rusty Dragon food, so the curry spice salmon. Next would be the chowder, and then the peppercorn venison.
Indeed.
If you want a tradition in the other group that I host for is when presented with something that can allow your character to form an opinion on it, you can choose to roll a d10 to have that determine your opinion on things. So if you'd like, you could roll your opinion on how you like these different types of foods.
As a gnome, can I get these portion sized?
Oh, you get to serve. Yeah, they serve you yourself. They're not gonna give you a huge plate.
Oh, then I'd like to try one of each.
Same.
All right. Ooh, Sika, you really like that lobster chowder.
It's pretty good.
But all of it was at least decent.
Sika will put in his vote
All right.
in the ballot box.
Alright. I went
Ooh.
with curry.
I thought I liked the curry.
Ooh,
Sorry, you got
Thermos,
the
you too.
venison.
You hated the curry.
The curry
It's like
spiced
chowder.
salmon. However, Mr. Smithers, you love that freaking venison.
Gimme.
It was good.
Got some deer on you.
Yeah, so from the looks of it, it's didn't like the chowder, was pretty okay
Oh.
with the peppercorn venison, and really liked the spiced.
Yes, it seems like Thermish and Ven. Perhaps that's why Ven stays with the Rusty Dragon. Is it seems you both have a thing for spicy food. It just burns so good.
This burns good. We got spicy foods.
Makes sense that a pyromancer would like spicy food.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I like it spicy.
There are many tables set up as you guys are allowed to sit and enjoy your food. Do you sit anywhere near each other? I guess Sika and Thermish, you sit near Ven, or does Ven sit near them? I should ask.
He doesn't care. He just sits at a table. I guess if they just sit at a table.
I don't really pay attention. I just sit down at the nearest, wherever I was.
Yeah. You guys end up sitting down, and as you guys did go by the Shawanti man who was serving the peppercorn venison, he did give you guys a very curious look, being a fellow Shawanti and all, but didn't say much.
I give him a
I should say, didn't say anything. They give you a cautious nod back.
I would have nodded at him too. So
What are the
actually, from a fellow Shawanti, I'd actually probably shy away a bit.
What are those numbers for, Smithers?
Just our group total towards what we feel towards the food.
Ah.
Like, or the curry is like the best.
As you're looking around, you actually do find that most of the other people trying the food seem to enjoy the curry spiced salmon the most as well. As people are putting their votes in the ballots. And basically gorging themselves as the three food stuff vendors are working overtime to make sure there's plenty for everyone.
If we're sitting by each other, then we'll look over at what's her name? Thermish?
I rolled a luck. You guys are sitting pretty close to each other.
Thermish.
Thermish?
You don't know that we never introduced ourselves.
Oh, the prophet, or I don't know.
The Messiah.
The Messiah.
The Messiah.
He says, thank you for your help.
You're welcome. You looked like you needed a bit of it.
You misstep one time.
Mistakes happen. Everyone makes them.
A lot more than you think.
At a very comedically well-timed moment, someone doing a sack race nearby eats shit and falls over.
Well, that sucks for him.
Do you guys have any more conversations as you're resting off the food? As the hours seem to fly by very quickly as you're gorging yourselves.
Does Sitka and Thrimish like look very out of place?
They look very out of place. There are other Shawanti, however, most of them are wearing normal clothes. However, Sitka and Thermish's outfits are a bit more to their tribal standards.
Sika's practically not wearing a shirt, and Thermish is wearing decently ornate garb.
I imagine that for Sitka.
Yeah, Sitka gets a few looks.
Yeah, I have like a pant skirt thing
You have a
made of fur, and then like shoulder pads, and that's it. And
He has a
boots.
kilt.
Kilt-like. There are pants like underneath it, but it does have like a
It is not a dress, it's a kilt.
fur on the outside, around the outside.
Yeah, I know it. I know what you're talking about.
You have skirts.
Skirts?
Skirts?
Pants, but with fur.
Skirt and shorts.
Yeah, I have skirts. Fur
Skirts.
skirts.
Kind of like what the Tongans wear.
If jean shorts are jorts, does that mean you're wearing forts?
I'm wearing forts.
No.
Watch out for my forts.
All right, yeah, and so some time goes by, and there's a quiet celebration as this guy starts coming around. Who Ven, you actually make a knowledge local check, Ven. That's good enough for you specifically, because this guy's the reason you first came to Sandpoint. He's the you recognize him as the owner of the Sandpoint Theater.
Oh.
As he comes around and starts letting everybody know in quiet not super loud announcements here and there that the Rusty Dragon won the competition of the best lunch of the evening. And you see the owner of the Rusty Dragon start like they put their hands together and like shake them like, oh yeah.
Victory is mine.
I'd clap.
Yeah, she seems pretty stoked. She doesn't bow.
He claps just because she's a bit nice to him.
She gives the finger.
She is very kind. You know, Ven.
Yeah, that dish was very good. I think whatever she served on the side of it, whatever that was, that just totally ruined it.
Oh, the mead?
Yeah.
Sika's not a drinker, I see.
I don't know. I thought they paired quite nicely.
Now the chowder. That was something I could get again.
Chunky soup with
The nice
cream.
thing is, you do know where the hagfish is.
Well, you know me, I prefer trail food anyway.
This is true.
I mean, out of character, I probably would have taken the chowder too. Chowder's fucking delicious.
Chowder.
I actually would have tried the curry.
Yeah, out of character, I probably would have liked the venison with peppercorn.
Yeah, like
Probably
curry
the
or
venison
chowder's
for
on
me.
fire.
I would have tried the curry, but not a big curry.
You guys have a wonderful time chatting, and after a bit, you see this priestly fella get back up on the stage and raise a stone in the air and throw it on the ground, and it lets out a crack.
Is it a prism stone?
It is a thunderstone,
Ooh.
a stone meant for, well, making a big old loud noise. And I gotta read a thing.
A clap.
A sharp retort, like the crack of distant thunder, slices through the excited crowd as the sun's setting rays paint the western sky. A stray dog that has crawled under a nearby wagon to sleep starts to awake, and the buzz of 24 conversations quickly hushes as all heads turn towards the central podium, where the beaming priest has taken the stage. He clears his throat, takes a breath to speak, and suddenly a woman's scream slices through the air. A few moments later, another scream rises, then another. Beyond them, a sudden surge of strange new voices, high-pitched, tittering shrieks that sound not quite human. The crowd parts, and something low to the ground races by, giggling with disturbing glee as the stray dog gives a pained yelp and then collapses with a gurgle, its throat cut open from ear to ear. As blood pools around its head, the raucous sound of a strange song begins, chanted from shrill, scratchy voices. Goblins chew and goblins bite. Goblins cut and goblins fight. Stab the dog and cut the horse. Goblins eat and take by force. Goblins race and goblins jump. Goblins slash and goblins bump. Burn the skin and mash the head. Goblins here and you be dead. Catch the baby, catch the pup. Bunk the head to shut it up. Bones be cracked, flesh be stewed. We be goblins, you be food. And you guys got roll for initiative.
Wow.
When the horse was led,
Thank you.
Was Cat?
Cat decided to join in halfway through.
I
so
also
That was like
heard
one of
that.
the
I
people
thought
like,
it was good.
Thank you.
You're
yes,
just like the side echo that was just off. You know, it sounded very perfect.
Yeah, it was
Very
great.
goblin.
It was very good. Anyway,
Yeah, I grabbed my pony when I heard that. I was like, no.
yes, as you see, the dog over here has a past, and make a perception check, everybody.
Find my perception.
Where the heck?
Finally rolled low on my perception. What the crap?
Okay.
All right, Thermish, you're the only one who sees grinning with sick glee, hiding beneath this table is this goblin with a knife covered in blood. Yeah, roll for your initiative.
Initiative is an actual box, right?
It is. It's right by It's right across from wisdom.
As immediately the area is thrown into chaos as goblins start leaping out from all sorts of areas, menacing people with their weapons and chasing dogs and children. All right, is that everybody? Sweet. The first fight begins. You watch as the goblin that you saw, Thermish, crawls up onto this barrel and clambers up onto this little table and pulls out his bow and tries to shoot Ven with an arrow. Does a 17 hit you, Ven?
Yes.
You take 1 damage. Thrimish.
Sorry, I'm going over everything again. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's your first combat, it's fair.
The goblin that just climbed up and shot at Ven, I'm gonna go through and shoot a ray of flame at.
Let's see.
2 to hit. Oh, that's damage.
You gotta make a ranged touch attack. So just do a ranged attack.
Okay. Which is on the main page. It doesn't use my magic ability?
Nope, uses your dex.
Oh, yay.
It is a touch attack, although that still misses. It was a 3, unfortunately. As you try to shoot the goblin whenever the fire goes haywire and flies off. Mr. Smithers, are you on your horse right now?
No, he's adjacent to him.
Right there. You're in a protective stance before your horse.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Thermish, you are able to shout out, as you do notice, shortly after seeing this one, you do see another pair of goblins coming out from underneath this cart. Is they're still there.
Hell, goblins.
Yeah, your turn, Mr. Smithers.
He'll go and attack those goblins that just crawled out of that cart. To best defend his horse.
So are you moving up, or?
Keep away.
Ooh. You swing your dagger sword. However, the goblin... actually, no, the goblin is still crawling out. As he's crawling out, you are able to take advantage of the fact that his shield is not raised, and you slice into him with your large dagger, your small sword. And you cut into him, leaving him rather injured, and he looks up at you. Ah! Small one! Small one! And all the other goblins look at you.
We're both small.
There can only be one. Then.
Then we'll... 10... And then he'll throw his dagger, he'll reach inside his jacket and throw a dagger at that one.
Alright, make your attack roll.
Does he? No, that one hit me, so he doesn't have sneak attack, right?
No. However, he did, this one hasn't acted yet, so technically you could get that one sneak attack if you...
I will do that one.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
Ooh, it does!
In a flash, he pulls out the dagger and just throws it.
You hear a few people nearby gasp with surprise as you throw that dagger through, and many people who hadn't even seen a goblin there now see a goblin just roll out dead. This one who Mr. Smithers cut clambers up onto here and grabs an apple and will try to throw it at your head.
Eat this!
Does a 15 hit you?
Yes. No, it does not.
Wait, what is your AC?
16.
Nice! Do you have a shield?
I do.
Alright, yeah, so the goblin chucks an apple at your head, however you're able to raise your shield and deflect the attack, losing no stamina, as this was an apple going for your head.
Don't.
Sika.
Sika will begin shouting, "Anyone got an extra weapon?" And going into his blood rage.
Oh, you still have your weapons with you, huh?
No, I was talked into putting them away.
Mm.
And I'm just going to approach and I'll do a unarmed melee that provokes, I believe.
It sure does, as the goblin will try to stab at you with his little knifey thing. What's your AC?
15.
Alright, yeah, you're able to easily deflect it, as you're probably intimidating the poor thing as you approach.
Yeah, as you can see it now, is everywhere I'm burned on my head starts to catch flame, and smoke pours out of the edges of my glowing eyes. And I will punch him.
Unfortunately, the goblin is also able to deflect the attack
Okay.
with his little dinky shield. This one, recognizing the small, will run over and, despite holding a knife, will attempt to bite your ankles.
Hey.
Your AC 16, you said?
16.
Oh wait! Oh, he meets!
He meets.
You're just about to pull your little leg away, but he nabs onto it and pulls it in. and he bites into your ankle for 2 damage, leaving some needle-like bite marks in it. And starts trying to shake his head back and forth, but he's not quite that strong. Thermish.
How hurt are people looking?
No one is bloodied.
Okay. Leaving nobody in my cone except for the goblins
And a dead dog.
and a dead dog.
And all the
Sorry, dog.
Ooh, one important thing in Pathfinder is that casting spells does provoke, unless you do a special cast defensively, which requires a concentration check, which is a special check that you can see in your spells section.
Okay. If that
this-
were the case, then I'd be back out of melee.
This goblin is in this square, right? This one right here?
That goblin is, I guess, technically... Oh, he climbed up, so he would be here.
So would that have provoked from Thatcher, though?
Yes.
Okay, if that did, then it might change what I do.
Mr. Thatcher, make another attack, just in case you killed it. I forgot.
Another attack. At retaliation.
Rat tat tat. He's on the attack.
Attack.
You miss barely.
Still wiggle his head around and just couldn't jab him right.
Yeah, the goblin's still alive.
And 20 would put me there, doing my cone. I need to get that last goblin in it, though, so I'm going to have to be in melee.
Alright.
No, because it goes from this square, right? It goes from the square in front of me?
Yes.
So,
So you could...
if I stood here and did the cone like this, would this get...
Ooh, yes, that would hit them.
Okay.
And
that leave- Yeah, it would be a little weird.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I'm going to do that and do a Burning Hands.
Alright, so they make reflex saves, I believe?
Yep.
Alright. And go ahead and, since it's 1d4 damage. It looks like it didn't roll it for you.
Okay.
Oh, it did. It rolled 1 fire damage. Oh, no. No, it was rolling a 1. It didn't have any dice. Okay, roll a d4.
4.
Ooh, nice. As you send out the fire, burning this cart, you also burn the goblin atop it easily, sending it screaming and shrieking into the wreckage. This one over here is able to avoid the brunt of it. Let's see. It's the reflex half. However, they do still take some fire damage. Mr. Smithers. The goblin biting your ankles.
Yeah, he's going to retaliate against him again. Jab him.
Ooh, he's at an awkward angle. You can't quite hit him down there.
Strangling.
You're not used to things trying to fight you from below.
No, that's not how it works.
Then, there's a flanking opportunity here.
Where? Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll come out, bring the one that's the dagger by his side. So he has advantage? How do I do that?
You don't have advantage. You just have a +2 for flanking.
Okay.
And you get your sneak attack.
I hit either
Oh,
way.
damn. Hell yeah. As you, this goblin is busy biting Mr. Smithers' ankle. You just kind of come up and dig your dagger into the back of its neck, and it does not even have a chance to try and get away. There's a brief lull as you guys are, kind of-
Ben looks at Smithers and goes, "Looks like you owe me one."
He just grins at that.
as you guys look around there. You have a brief lull as you can hear and see the goblin shenanigans continuing as you catch your breath.
I'm charging.
he's-
I'm charging in.
All right. As you are charging in, You witness a goblin leap, try to hit somebody, miss, hit their head on the ground, and die. You see another drowning in a water barrel. And as you're charging over, you hear and see an explosion. As down here, you see what appears to have once been an oil barrel, has since combusted, and you see a few gleeful goblins, including one who is chanting the song, picking up sticks and lighting them on fire, looking around maliciously. Roll for initiative again.
Is this just because it's a separate group far away in the board?
Yeah, basically there was a short time to recoup.
Okay, okay.
Oh, could I grab my first dagger?
Yes.
So I have that.
Is it a short enough time for Sika to get a weapon?
There aren't really any weapons laying around nearby, and also Sika is the one running off already to go beat up some more things.
Yeah, nobody immediately offered him a weapon, so he just kept running.
Grab like a 2x4 at this point, or like a broken shovel.
Grab a chair, use it as a club.
Chair.
You see this goblin runs over here, running around with a flaming stick, kind of waving people off and scaring them. And then you watch as he chucks the stick over, trying to light this tent on fire, doing this big long toss. However, instead he smacks this goblin in the head and it is knocked out immediately.
These goblins don't have very much health.
They seem like it's more of a lack of competence. And direction, perhaps. Then this one starts making its way over and eagerly brandishing its torch towards the brand new cathedral, where you see the priestly man kind of like, no, no, as he starts getting ready to defend it.
Okay. My guy moves in. The dagger he grabbed, he hucks it at this one.
All right.
I'm guessing since I haven't been attacked, I get sneak attack, or...
It's because he has already acted, so he won't be surprised.
Okay.
So he sees you coming already. Ooh. Either way, the dagger goes long and ends up landing somewhere near this tent. This one runs over and kneels down and starts trying to light the stage on fire. Sika.
Remind me on using your action to move.
It is a move action, and then you can do a standard, or you can use your standard to move also.
Difference between
or
run
I
and
think
land.
you can technically charge them, which would penalize your AC but give you a +2 to your attack when you do it.
I'm going for a specific one.
Which one?
Alright, well, I'll just do a regular double move. Provoking there from this guy.
Does run consume my action?
A full run, like a full round run, is where you move up to 4 times your speed. Which you actually might need to, since you are small.
Small.
So you might have to spend your whole round getting over. Alternatively, you can take 2 move actions in place of doing a standard action, so you wouldn't actually attack if you did that.
Okay. Sorry, movement came up, but I know it's not my turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I provoked from this guy, and I'm going to end there.
All right, that one swings their torch at you. Does a 16 hit?
It would.
Wow. You take 3 bludgeoning as they smack you, and 1 fire damage. Although I think are you resistant to fire?
Not yet.
Ah. So you get burned a little. And the chanting one looks at you.
I scream at it.
Scary man approaches fast! Maybe I can beat his ass! He will try to beat your ass. as he lunges at you, continuing his little song. Actually, no, he won't lunge at you. He will first cast a spell on you. Make a will save as he starts chanting sillily.
He doesn't want to approach first, then cast the spell.
Sure doesn't. That would make him have to do a thing.
Oh boy.
Well, you're okay anyways, as you start to feel like the things this goblin is doing is rather silly. However, you prevent yourself from having any sort of hideous laughter about it. Mr. Smithers.
Question: Could at least for flavor, I guess, could I call my horse over as part of my turn?
You could move over and then mount your horse, then use its movement for the rest of your turn.
Okay, because all I want to do is just bring him to where the stand is and time down.
I'll let you.
The stand that's on fire right now?
Oh yeah, the stand is on fire. Yeah.
The one that's next to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
it's
on
on
fire.
on
My
fire.
bad.
Thrimish burning hands did. Yeah.
I thought it was just this one down here.
No.
No, Thrimish burned that one. The
Um,
goblins burned the other one.
I was trying to get the goblins that were going to burn it anyway.
If that's the case, yeah, he'll just go and like mount his pony and come down here and attack this goblin.
Let's see. You might not be able because I think it's you use your move to move over and mount, and then you'd use the pony's 40 foot of movement to get here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So that would be your 2 movements. But you're getting there.
Yeah, you just see a little man on a pony come running up with a sword, ready to swing.
A sword which looks suspiciously like a normal-sized dagger to you guys.
Who knows? Maybe
Who
it's scaled
knows?
down.
Thrimish.
Okay, my turn. I'm gonna do a thing of 2 or 3, or maybe just 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Goblin is how far away? 40 feet, but it's got how much cover from the 2 of them?
Technically, they don't provide any sort of cover. It only gives you penalties if they're adjacent to them.
Okay. How far is this range? And to use my action to move, it's just I get 4 times my movement, or just
If
How's
you
that
use a full round action, you can run in a straight line, like for a distance. It's mostly for chases. You can use your standard action to do a second move action, so you can move another 30 feet.
okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I will stay there.
All right. This one, looking over at the gnome approaching it on a horse, or on a pony, gestures at the pony, "Small horse! Small horse!" and starts running away in panic. And then you also notice
What
a small...
did small horses do to him?
You can make a knowledge geography to know about goblins if you'd like.
I don't know. What the
You have
crap's
no idea
going on.
why. But as it runs around the corner, it begins. You see a plume of smoke rising. Smithers, you know that goblins have an intense hatred for dogs and fear of horses, as their hooves are just the right size to squash their little heads. Anyway, you notice a small plume of smoke appearing from back here, as it seems to have been distracted and is lighting the tent on fire. This one sees Sika running over and runs around and tries to jab at him playfully with a torch. Oh my god, a 16 hits you, doesn't it?
Oh no! Yes.
He rolled 2 16s!
I'm gonna be in trouble.
You take 2 bludgeoning and 1 fire as it jabs you in the backside with a torch.
I'm bloodied.
Alright, then.
There's also that goblin right there.
Ooh. There's also a convenient table of knives right here that you could use for ammo.
If there's a table of knives, I'm gonna take one.
Yeah, they're not like specifically daggers, but I won't penalize you for just picking up a knife and chucking it.
And hucking it.
Who you hucking at?
Get one.
All right, make your attack.
That.
Ooh, it does hit. Unfortunately, no sneak attack.
Yeah.
However, the dagger flies. The dagger flies in and nicks it right in the shoulder, and it goes. Nah! And now that it gets hit, these goblins seem to start taking it a bit more seriously and start looking like they're getting ready to drop their torches. As this one puts down the torch, having successfully lit this corner of the stage on fire, and lunges at you, Ven, with a shitty little knife thing. Oh shit! What's your AC?
16.
Woo! All right. So this is where it will come up. Is it did roll a 19, which confirms a crit with its specific weapon, or which threatens a crit. However, it only rolled a 15 to confirm the crit, so it does not actually crit you, thankfully.
Okay.
But it does still hit, and you take 2 damage. Much better than the 9 it would have been if it did crit.
I would be down.
Sika.
You like to play with fire? The consequences will be dire. I'll punch this guy, provoking.
Hey, that's pretty good. You hear from behind you. This one has not had a chance to drop his torch yet, so he will have to use the torch and roll an 18!
Yeesh.
You take 3 more damage as they are able to get you.
Alright, there's my melee.
Ooh, but you get them too.
What
So
is
that
an
is
unarmed for a medium creature?
D3 plus your strength.
7.
You have a +6. What the?
He's raging right now. So
Yeah.
Oh!
yeah, you freaking punch the goblin right in the mouth and cave his head in, and he dies.
And then I'll step towards this guy. Everywhere I've been cut as well is now also smoking.
Ooh. Yeah, this one 5 foot steps back. Me no think of lyrics! And shoots at you. With a little bow. However, the bow misses entirely. You know, the bow that has a +5 higher bonus than their torches.
Good.
They have a -1 to hit with torches, by the way.
Ugh.
Smilers!
How far can I cast dancing lights from?
Why do you need dancing lights?
Why do you need dancing light?
I want to try to scare this goblin to come back into the fight instead of running away.
Probably won't scare them. This is lights. But for reference, you can cast dancing lights 100 feet plus 10 feet a level away.
Oh, okay. It's further than expected.
Yeah. Although it might be more immediately helpful if you did help them with this one, because you could flank
Yeah.
him.
If not, I would go and like run in and help Ben out with this.
All
How
right.
big is his horse?
It is a pony, so it is about half the size of a normal horse.
Tiny horse.
That's
8
a
feet
shit.
tall?
Yeah, it's like a Shetland pony.
So, Ven is bigger than him.
It's a
You are taller
medium-sized
than him.
animal.
Yeah. Medium. It's longer than you, which is why it's still medium.
Yeah.
Um.
Smothers go and take a swing on his pony.
Yeah.
His war pony.
Did you pay to have your pony combat trained?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna do a handle animal to see if you can effectively. You can direct it with no problem. If you do a good enough handle animal, it will also attack. Oof. Yeah, no, you cannot convince this pony to step on this goblin.
Bad buddies.
All right, Thrimish.
I take it I can't move between Ven and the tent.
You get acrobatics to try to kind of jump over the corner there.
Yeah, this pony's
Okay.
gonna be an asshole, not let you move.
5, 10, 15, 20.
I trip him. I'm kidding. That's totally kidding.
You did provoke though.
I will provoke.
Oh,
Then
also
or
moving
by that
diagonally in
only.
Pathfinder is
Oh yeah, moving
Not a thing?
diagonally does cost more.
Oh, I didn't know
Or it
that.
costs 5 and then 10 more, 5 and 10 more. If you use the pointer tool with the right clicking, it should be accurate.
Oh, okay, then I was right. Okay.
So
so
I
if
can't
you-
make it.
You could make it there. Or, let's see. If you were still willing to provoke, you could make it here. I mean, technically, if you're willing to provoke, you could just move past Ven also.
I'm still willing, and I'll just go through and move past Fen.
Alright. The goblin will swing at you with its little shitty knife-like thing. Ooh, I'm guessing a 21 hit, dealing 5 damage.
Definitely an ow.
Yeah, as it does really nasty slice on your thigh as you run by. And you hear a maniacal giggle behind you.
It's still my turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But that does trigger something. Let me go through and check real quick. What's this do exactly? Okay, doesn't do that. 15. Not getting him, which is fine. Caleb, I'm targeting you with a burning hands.
okay. And it's half, right? Whatever you roll.
Yep. So as
You
long
will
as you're
still
willing
roll.
to fail it,
No, roll still.
roll.
Can I choose to
Or-
fail it?
You can choose to fail, yeah.
Yeah, I choose.
I'm assuming he heals a minimum of 1.
Yes.
You heal 1 whole hit point.
He breathes in the flame as it envelops his back.
Eat fire! Eat fire this! This one shouts as it tries to stab you with a torch. And misses.
Thank goodness, because torches have been my weakness.
They have been, apparently. That one's dead then.
I will stab at this one. I grab another knife from the table and stab at that one.
Nice. Oh. But
Damn.
Six damage.
Unfortunately, you rolled minimum on both dice. However, you do still hit.
not kind so far.
Have we not hit this one before? I don't think
No,
we
this
have.
one hasn't been hit yet. As you slice into it, it whirls around, seeing the small one on the small horse, and will bite the bullet and try to claim glory as it lunges at you, Mr. Smithers. And misses you completely. Sika.
Sika, very upset that the people keep interrupting him, is going to melee the guy next to him, provoking.
Alright, he lunges at you and is unable to strike you.
And give a fist of fury.
Oh, damn.
That was a good damage roll too.
Really good damage roll. Unfortunately, you were unable to strike as not used to fighting with your fists if only you had a big weapon to strike it with.
It's the same bonus.
If only you had a big weapon to strike it with.
Yeah.
This one, not wanting to risk the shot of shooting. Oh god, I can't shoot at anyone without firing into combat. We'll just risk the shot shooting at Sika. And misses, and then runs over here. Mr. Smithers.
He's gonna jab this little goblin. For there can only be one.
Ooh, nice. You're able to slice your dagger through its neck, and it falls to the ground in a puddle of blood.
He looks to Ven and he says, "I owe me one." And
Oops.
then he gallops away to go up Sika.
Alright, yeah, you can easily reach flanking position on the back of your horse. I just realized, we're not doing easy flanks, so you will need to be a crust. You can stand on the body though.
Thermish. Yeah, I can make it perfectly around. What if I touch him? Can't he choose to fail me touching him or something? Or no?
Yeah, he can choose to fail a touch. Otherwise, you'd have to roll an attack to do cure light wounds.
That one does set me on fire, though, right?
Yes, you can get a reflex save to not catch on fire.
Yes, you get the reflex save to not catch fire, and I can drench you after. Remember?
Okay, so you do. Is the one fire damage accurate?
Unfortunately, that one is.
Okay. So
Why? Why is it doing this to me?
rolls.
And then I do a reflex save now or on my turn?
Right now. You are not on fire.
It's not an evil spell, is it?
It sure isn't.
You heal again, though.
Again?
Yes, you heal one.
Yeah.
I already did the one, yeah. Appreciate it.
This goblin also seemingly more afraid of the horse, and the small one riding the horse whoops around and tries to lunge at Smithers. And also similarly fails to strike. Then
I move right here, and I do grab one of the knives. One of their last knife. Wait, I still had one in my hand, so I just throw it at them.
Oof. Unfortunately, you're unable to strike them as they dive out of the way.
Thought I'd try that one, Caleb, because it heals more technically.
Dang, these knives are off balance.
Also,
These
you get for
knives
grabbing table
suck.
knives.
Yeah,
This is true.
that one is dead.
Never buy at the fair. Always go wholesale.
Sika.
Well, he's gonna provoke either way, so might as well punch the dude.
Why do you keep provoking?
Because I'm not proficient in armed attacks.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ooh, they managed to cut you for 3 damage as you reach your hands close to his little jabby knife.
Just cuts down my arm as my fist comes in. Ah! Missing!
No, striking, because you are flanking!
Oh, yeah, +2. Okay, thank you.
As you bonk him right in the head and he passes out.
Alright. Yeah, because my fists have to be non-lethal, right? So I didn't crush the skull of that other guy anyway.
Technically, you can do a -4 to make it lethal to your attack.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
They'll kill them later when they're unconscious. I
Right
approach
up
this
to
one.
that one.
Yep.
He drops the bow, looks around at the remaining goblins, gets a little spooked but is afraid and will try to slice you. Oh shit! Okay, an 11 does not confirm a crit on you.
Oh boy.
What?
And so you only take 2 damage.
Oh good, I'm at 1 HP.
Yeah. Mr. Smithers.
Since that guy had died quickly, he'll go and help Sitka finish this last man off.
Alright.
Does this count, or would this provoke going
You'd
further?
have to, that would provoke to get there, and you'd also have to get here to flank.
Okay, so I'll do that and go for
Alright.
provoke.
They lunge at you. Ooh, and they cut into you for 2 damage.
Yeah.
However, your horse is fast enough, they can make an attack.
Fret not, pony.
Oh, you are unable to strike, unfortunately. Thermish.
Take 2 steps over there, and only thing I could really do is gonna fire a ray of flame at him. So ranged spell attack, which is the ranged attack.
Yes.
Nope.
Oof. After that turn, this guy runs over, seeing Sika trying to punch. Here, it's better in your hands than mine. And he hands over a very strange knife. It is a knife in the shape of a star.
Okay.
Essentially a circle with a handle in the middle and 4 stars kind of poking out the sides, kind of like a big shuriken. and I'll send you those stats in a second. Then,
Move right here, pull out one of my knives, and huck it.
you chuck the huck out of the knife. Oh, hey, you have a...
I already turned it on.
Ah, okay, damn. Yeah, you are unable to strike. Man, you guys are not being lucky. Sika, you got a weapon.
Am I proficient with this weapon?
It is martial.
Okay.
And I believe you're proficient with all martial weapons?
I think so.
Attack now, I'll check.
Attack now?
You can go ahead and attack, I'll check while you're doing it.
13.
You are proficient with it. And it's 13 with the flanking.
Yes, with the flanking.
As the goblin is able to duck out of the way. It's no longer singing any lyrics, as it's apparently out of bardic performance rounds, and it's just kind of going...
Sika, breathing heavy at the end of his turn, collapses.
Oh, no. At 0 HP is when that happens.
I'm at 0 blood rage.
Oh.
That was it for my blood rages.
Oh,
And
shit, yeah.
I lose 2 HP automatically and collapse.
All right. Yeah, Sika collapses unconscious. All right, I feel like I gotta... Okay. Mr. Oh no, the goblin sees Sika collapse, looks at its dagger, thinks, "Wow, I'm tough shit," and will turn around and lunge at Thatcher. And miss, Mr. Smithers.
It looks at him rudely and then like swings back at him.
Oh, you cut into him thoroughly. They seem barely alive now. Thrimish.
Is Sika making death saves?
No.
No, just,
I'm at -1.
just KO'd.
Oh, technically, yeah, he will start making con checks. However, he won't die for at the minimum 16 turns.
It's still Thrimish not gonna let that happen.
Fair enough.
Run up over here behind Sika. I don't know how this works. I know you said it can stabilize.
Yes.
But what if I
you could-
put my hand right to his chest to do the ray of flame?
Oh, did I say that you could use Ray of Flame to stabilize?
Yes, we could. It could stabilize, but not heal.
All right, yeah. Then in that case, yeah, you essentially just use it as if it were the cantrip Stabilize, where Sika is now stabilized.
So I'm at 0?
You're not at 0, but you're no longer dying.
Okay, so it's still -1, just not. Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Then
Move up, grab one of my other daggers, and stab him. Oh
God damn.
gosh, what are my rolls today?
not
Same.
good. That's what.
Same, though.
Gee.
I know.
I have a
Um,
+7, haven't rolled above a 4, except for those 2.
Meanwhile, this guy, since he did take his turn before Sika's last time, will take another turn and go ahead and channel positive energy. Everybody here
That includes the
heals
goblin,
for,
right?
it does include the goblin, but he's saving lives. You all heal for 6.
Yay!
Wait, hold on. Double check. It does not heal the goblin.
Ooh, does he have selective?
Yes. So yeah, you all heal for 6. You come back to life and you see this this man reaching for your hand to help you up. Sika.
Oh, awesome. Well, I take his hand, stand up.
Does provoke the goblin slices.
Yeah.
Rolls a nat 20, deals 2 damage.
Okay, good.
Does not confirm. Once
Good.
again.
Sika, at this point, is huffing and puffing. I imagine I'm still fatigued because of the blood rage stuff.
Yes.
And will make an attack fatigued. The Star Knife was 4. I'd stopped putting that in because I thought I was going to be done. There we go.
Ooh, you strike. That's with the all right? Yeah, that's with the bonuses.
Cut him.
As you punch into its stupid little face, and you manage to knock it down. Oh, thank Desna you are here. I don't think I could have handled them on at the chapel my own. Here, let me heal you again. He heals you for 6 more. It's just you, Sika.
Thanks. And I stab the goblin again, making sure it's dead.
Good.
I turn to hand the star knife back to the priest.
Thank you. He starts wiping it off with a piece of cloth.
Thermish
thought
has
I'd-
some tears.
Never thought I'd have to really use it.
Thank you for your healing.
Who are you addressing that to?
Well, I said it to the priest because he was thanking me for the star knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll turn and I'll give Thrimish a hug.
Sorry, I couldn't heal you more.
By the way, I'm Bishop Santos, Abstelar Santos. I won't forget your work. As you get his name, Abstelar Santos.
Vote for me, Absalom Sanders.
It's me, Abstelar Santos. Vote for me. And
Ancelar?
Abstelar.
Absalom Sanders, your future mayor. Cast me in your next ballot, Absalom Sanders.
Suddenly, as you guys are sitting around, just catching your breath for a moment, you hear calling from up here, "Help! Help!"
We've gotta help them.
Go! And I'm guessing you guys all hurry over.
I grab one of those daggers that Ven threw that were just on the ground. One of the table ones, not one of one of
Just
his.
a table knife.
Yeah, table
Alright.
knife. So I have that.
And you guys end up rushing up this way. You only go about 200 feet before you find yourself at the Sandpoint front gate. I'm guessing Smithers ends up making his way kind of up into the front because he is faster on his pony.
Am I, though?
Yeah, the pony goes 40 feet per turn.
I guess so, because I only run 60.
And you are you would move 20 feet a turn, but since you're on the pony,
Yeah, you're right.
just as you get here, you witness a bunch of goblins cowering from a dog. However, this other goblin, riding on top of some sort of really ugly dog, digs its slicey weapon into the neck of this dog on the ground and is able to kill it. And all the other goblins start shouting congratulations and celebrating that the dog is dead. Meanwhile, the source of the calls for help is clearly this man who's hiding behind a water barrel. He seems like a rather fancy man as he looks at you wildly and says, please help! You guys do get a surprise round as the goblins are busy congratulating the one on the back of the horse, who does seem to be quite a bit more intimidating than the rest of them.
I will huck my knife at the nearest one.
Alright, the celebrating goblin. The tougher looking one. Let's see. Damn it! You rolled in that one.
Ah.
Goodbye, dog.
Well, yeah, you chuck the knife and are unable to strike anything.
Just guarantee the dog's death real quick.
No, the dog is very, very dead.
It is now.
Yeah, super is now. Thermish.
We'll try this some more. It's the only ranged attack I got. Step forward. Lead goblin. 2 fire damage.
As he staggers and turns around like, ah! Sika.
It's like that scene where someone, Johnny threw the fireball at the back of the thing's head.
So fatigue doesn't lower your movement speed, it looks like.
What does it?
Fatigued doesn't lower your movement speed, it looks like.
No, it only makes it so you can't charge or sprint.
I am gonna go here, and that'll be my surprise action.
All right, Mr. Smithers.
He's gonna go and call out to the goblin with the ugly dog. Said, "Small one." Go and attack him.
Yeah. When you call out, you could choose to smite him.
I am gonna smite him. That's a great idea.
Yeah. All right. He has not acted yet, so he is still not quite anticipating an attack. So thanks to him having no opportunity to raise a shield to defend himself, you are able to challenge him, charge, and stab, leaving him already very, very injured. And now the goblins who were once congratulating start panicking. Kill for glory! This one shouts as it charges at you and tries to stab your horse.
Did that add my buff?
It looks like it did add your buff, yes. Let's see. Goblin lunges at you and misses your horse. Ven, the goblin that you attacked earlier has still not acted yet, which means you could move up and try to attack it and still get sneak attack.
I guess I draw another knife, and how many goblins are there?
There are still 4 of them. There's the scary-looking one on the horse is looking pretty bad. Only one of them has acted, so you could sneak attack the other 3. There's also still the spooky dog thing it's riding.
I will attack one of the ones that hasn't seen me yet.
Okay. I'll have you move forward, too, so you don't take any more ranged penalties.
Yeah, I think I can throw up to 30 feet, right?
It's 20 feet before taking penalties.
Oh, it's 20 feet? I thought it was 30. Okay, that's probably why.
Alright, throw! You throw? Are you throwing at the one on the horse, or the closest one that isn't on a horse? Or on a dog?
Which one's better?
The one on the dog seems the most capable.
So I will throw at the one that's on the dog, I guess.
Alright. You throw, and with your sneak attack shortly after Mr. Smithers had just smited the thing, you chuck a knife, and the knife lands squarely between the guy's eyes, and he falls right off his goblin dog dead. Let's see. Yeah, immediately following this one starts going, ah, and just runs. Thermish.
Move up here. Throw at the goblin in the back. Nope. I'm gonna need to improve my dex for that.
Yes.
I wasn't aware it took dex.
I thought I mentioned it.
Might have been a mention.
14 isn't bad, because it is against their touch AC, which is typically easier to reach. It's just that you've also rolled very poorly.
Yes.
So this one will take a full run action and get very far away as it scampers off, screaming as well. Sika.
Well, Sika sees them retreating and says, nah, and stabs this guy.
Ah, that's enough for me, dog. Stab.
Oof. Table knife does not strike.
Comes up and brandishes his knife.
The goblin looks horrified. This goblin dog also withdraws without a rider, tail between its legs. Mr. Smithers, there's one goblin left.
I jab him.
You could, yeah. You jab him for exactly enough to knock him down. And with that, the goblin falls. Now you're able to get a better perspective on the fight. As there's a short lull, you can hear screams and fighting. However, you also notice many goblins being chased off the cliff over that way, and others sprinting away. And it seems like the fight has been largely won. This guy over here runs over to Ven and grips your hand and starts shaking it thoroughly. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh my goodness, you saved my skin there.
Then pulls his hand back. Yeah.
Sorry, where are my manners? My name is Aldern Foxglove. He takes a bow. I would be remiss not to pay back your rescue in kind. I may need to think about how.
Money would be good.
Yes, let me see if I could put something together. Meet me at the Rusty Dragon perhaps sometime tomorrow. I'll think of something. Oh my goodness, your dagger work is amazing, my friend.
Takes some skill.
I'm sure it does. Anyway, I best get going. Thank you very much. And he
Yeah. I'll see you at the Rusted Dragon.
he gives a quick wave and hurries off, looking quite frazzled. And you continue to see guards rushing about as they hear different cries, cleaning up the last of the goblins.
Sika will just throw the table knife into the ground.
Thunk.
Well,
I think up my last two knives.
Yeah, you get all your knife equipment.
Sheathe them.
Well, neither of our best days.
those goblins' torches are not fun.
No, I wouldn't
say.
imagine them being.
Your skill on the horse was to be commendable.
Thank you. He's been battle trained.
I see, very well trained.
The pony gives a huff.
It's a very good pony.
What business brings you
So,
here?
why are you on fire?
Well, he's not on fire anymore.
Yeah, when he passed
Why
out earlier, he
were
wasn't.
you on fire?
Did you see those goblins' torches? They're very painful.
Pretty sure you were on fire long before the torches.
Oh, he touches the top of his head. This? That's, I don't know, something that happened to me years ago.
Like to insight that, but I don't know what. I can't really roll.
I can roll that for you.
Since motive.
Sense of motive.
Let's see. Roll a sense motive.
Roll
Oh
a
shit!
sensitive mode.
Damn, you rolled a natural 20 on that one.
Sika honestly doesn't know.
Yeah, you get the feeling that he's telling the truth in that it happened a while ago, like a few years. How long ago was that?
When I was
a very
a baby.
long time ago. Yeah, so it's something
When
that
I was an
is-
infant.
Yeah, that's something that's been happening to him for his whole life. You know that much.
Many moons.
You know that he doesn't know what exactly the reason behind it is. Yeah.
He just nods at you.
Anybody else want to take a sit? Because I'm tired of standing for now.
I go back and grab my juggling equipment that I left on the ground.
Oh yeah. As you go back into the town square, there's a few people congregating, and one specific lady actually points you out. It's like, that's the guy. He's the one who threw the knife straight between the goblin's eyes. And a few people kind of like gather around you, being like, "Oh, I heard you protected the temple. Where's the other ones?" And all. And the people kind of start gathering around, unless you guys followed him, of course.
Oh yeah, I start
Uh,
walking south.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and people start kind of like pointing you out as you come over. It's like, oh wow, look at those guys.
The more they do it, the more I'm hiding behind Sika.
Sika will
they
puff out his chest and look bigger to try and hide Thrimish a little bit.
that just makes them even more excited to congratulate Sika specifically. I heard he punched a goblin straight in the face with his bare hands.
2.
You get a bunch of there's like a good handful of people who start kind of just crowd around you for a bit, giving you some pats on the shoulders as they seem to be winding home, and Absalar Xanthus comes back out as I doubt anyone's
With all the praise.
Xanthus comes out. I doubt anyone's really willing to finish up with the festivities today.
We're not.
Yes. Thank you for your help again.
Hopefully nobody was too badly injured.
Yes, that will be my next task. He gathers up his bag that he's got and kind of tightens it. Perhaps I'll see you around. And he hurries off, presumably to seek.
Bring any injured to the temple, and I'll be there tomorrow morning to help. Actually, I'll go around with him with my medicine kit.
Ah. All right. Yeah.
Would you like help with that?
All the help, the more the merrier. Come along.
Sika will just find a nearest bench, since Thrimish is off doing something else, and just lay down and wait for him to finish.
All right, yeah. You guys are busy, but not like horrendously busy. You find that there are maybe two, or I guess Thurish and Smithers make heal checks. Let's see how effectively you help Mr. Xanthus. Ooh, Mr. Smithers is very helpful.
Do I get any addition for using the medicine kit?
You get a +2 for using the medicine kit.
Okay.
Ooh.
And Smithers, you get a +2 for if you do use your. You do have a veterinarian's kit, so you do get a +2 if you're helping any horses or dogs that were injured.
The animals.
Which there actually are a large amount of horses and dogs that were injured in the assault.
Oh, this poor pony.
I won't worry about
Horse.
using my medicine kit. I'll just go through and help. Bandages and stuff that are provided.
I believe you do. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you and the both of you go around. There are only like 1 or 2 people in critical condition. Some people, you find a man who was stabbed in the back. Seems like it could have been dangerous, but thankfully, you guys are able to get there before it got too serious. Most other people have cuts, scrapes, a few profusely bleeding wounds that you're able to seal up. But for the most part, it seems like there weren't very many fatalities, thankfully.
Nice.
Aside from the goblin side. There's plenty on the goblin side.
If I see a goblin on the ground, I kick it every now and again.
Yeah, fair. And eventually, I assume you make your way back to Sika and Ven, who are kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
think
late now.
How much money do you have on you, Sika?
We could probably, between you and me, pay for the room for one more night.
Okay, let's go do so. Unless you want to camp out somewhere.
I think a bed would be nice.
Okay, and I'll support you if you need it.
Where has Smithers been staying? Curiously, are you staying in an inn or?
He's been pitching a tent.
Do you have a tent like outside the island?
Just like outside the city where he won't get in trouble.
Okay. Just curious.
If you do pinch a tent, I'm just right outside the city.
Then we'll head to the inn. because he's gonna get that money in the next.
Yeah.
We've got enough in a room for one more night.
Well, then good luck then. And then he'll make his way to his tent.
I'd really recommend staying within town for the night. You're welcome to come sleep on the floor, or I can give up the bed and you can sleep on the bed.
I have nothing worth stealing. I'm not afraid of you joining in.
You
There are
guys look like
goblins on the prowl,
Well-
apparently.
your lovebirds don't get too feisty in there as he walks into this.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
As you guys do go into the Rusty Dragon, you do see the innkeeper, and she looks up at you, looking kind of tired, but her eyes light up a little bit when she sees you. Oh my gods, you are the ones who protected the chapel, right?
We did
I've
what
already
we
heard
did.
stories about you.
What kind of stories?
Well, people saying how you strangled goblins with your bare hands and chased them down and all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, I know I already gave you a free room earlier for a story, which is a normal thing I do, but I mean, here is a Sandpoint. I feel like you guys deserve a free room tonight.
Smothers raises his hand. Does that mean I get a free room?
I heard you helped. I'm assuming, actually, out of character. Smithers, where do you put your pony?
If
There
there's
is a stables directly next door to the
Didn't
Rusty
you guys
Dragon.
know?
yeah, he'll go and
He
like
brought it in.
run to the nearest stable there.
Brought it
there's-
in.
He brings it in. No.
Just walks in with me. This is my emotional support pony.
Legally have to let me keep it.
Yeah,
I am
don't worry
sorry.
about paying tonight. In fact, tomorrow morning I'll treat you to breakfast. I'm a big fan of heroes.
Thank you again.
She
Thank you.
gives a big smile and a nod. Sleep well now.
Yeah, Smothers like applauds. Hooray!
And yeah, you guys are allowed to go to your room.
Thremish.
Hmm.
I'm never taking off the Earthbreaker again.
You are welcome to keep it on at all times.
And on that note, with the current condition of Jackson being on the phone and stuff, and also it being a pretty decent time, we can call it there as you go and take a rest.
Fair. Well, thank you, adventurers, for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you want to see more, head to our channel, check out some of our other stuff. And until next time, we'll see you around the campfire.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.